Good afternoon, my all dear students. Hope you all are good. In morning batch, we have studied about chapter number 4 maps. Now, in this batch, we are going to start with chapter number 5. Let's start with the chapter Major Domains of the Earth. As you have read in the first chapter, the Earth is the only planet which has life. Human beings can live here because the life sustaining elements of land, water, and air are present on the earth. The surface of the earth is a complex zone in which three main components of the earth meet, overlap, and interact. The solid portion of the earth on which we live is called the lithosphere. The gaseous layers that surround the earth is the atmosphere, where oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and other gases are found. So, lithosphere is the portion of the earth on which we live, and atmosphere is the area or the layer which surround the earth, like oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide can be observed in this atmosphere. Water covers a very big area of the earth's surface, and this area is called hydrosphere. The hydrosphere comprises water in all its form, that is ice, water, and water vapor. Second is biosphere. It is the narrow zone where we find land, water, and air together, which contains all forms of life. In biosphere, we can find land, water, and air together, and as a result of which life is possible on biosphere. Next is lithosphere. The solid portion of the earth is called the lithosphere. It comprises the rocks of the earth's crust and the thin layer of soil that contain nutrients, elements which sustain organisms. There are two main divisions of the earth's surface. The large land masses are known as the continents, and the huge water bodies are called the ocean basins. All the oceans of the world are connected with one another. So, the level of seawater remains the same anywhere. Elevation of land is measured from the level of the sea, which is taken as 0. So, in the map, you can see the land masses which are connected with one another, and also the water bodies which are connected with each other. So, this is the map of the world where various continents and oceans can be seen, like Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, Atlantic, etc. And also continents North America, South America, Asia, Africa, Europe, Australia. The highest mountain peak, Mount Everest, is 8,848 meter above the sea level. So, the world's highest mountain peak is Mount Everest, which is approx 8,848 meter high. The greatest depth of 11,022 meters is recorded at Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. Could you imagine that depth of the sea is much more than the highest point? Yes, the depth of the sea is more, that is 11,000 meter, that is 11 kilometer, and the highest mountain, Mount Everest peak, is almost 8 kilometer, more than 8 kilometer. Next is continents. There are 7 major continents as we have studied in previous classes. These are separated by large water bodies. These continents are Asia, Europe, Africa, North America, South America, Australia, and Antarctica. Look at the map of the world and notice that the greater part of the landmass lies in the northern hemisphere. So, as we have studied the various continents on the earth, so let's just start with the first continent, Asia. Asia is the largest continent. It covers about one third of the total landmass area of the earth. The continent lies in the eastern hemisphere. The Tropic of Cancer passes through this continent. Asia is separated from Europe by the Ural Mountains on the west. The combined landmass of Europe and Asia is called the Eurasia, that is Europe plus Asia. Next is Europe. Europe is much smaller than Asia. The continent lies to the west of Asia. The Arctic Circle passes through it. It is bound by water bodies on three sides. Look at the map of the world and locate it. So Europe is the second largest after Asia. Africa is the second largest continent after Asia. The equator or 0 degree latitude runs almost through the middle of continent. So in the area we can say Asia is largest, then comes Africa, then Europe. Okay, don't get confused. The equator or 0 degree latitude runs almost through the middle of the continent. A large part of Africa lies in the northern hemisphere. You will find that in the given figure, it is the only continent through which the Tropic of Cancer, the equator, and the Tropic of Capricorn passes. In the figure, you can see the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn and equator passing through Africa. It is the only continent where these three lines passes through. See, this is the Africa, and these three lines, dotted lines, are equator, Tropic of Cancer, and Tropic of Capricorn, which is the only continent where from where these three lines passes through. Okay. The Sahara Desert, the world's largest hot desert, is located in Africa. The continent is bound on all sides by oceans and seas. You will notice that the world's longest river, the Nile, flows through Africa. Notice where the equator, the Tropic of Cancer, and Tropic of Capricorn passes in the map of Africa. Next is North America. North America is the third largest continent of the world. It is linked to South America by a very narrow strip of land called the Isthmus of Panama. The continent lies completely in the northern western hemisphere. Three oceans surround this continent. So, the third continent is North America, which lies between three oceans. As in the given figure, you can see the North continent, North America and South America, which is connected by a small land strip which is known as isthmus. So here the definition of the isthmus is a narrow strip of land joining two land masses. The North America and South America are the two land masses which are connected by a small land strip known as isthmus. So next is South America. It lies mostly in the southern hemisphere, which two oceans surround it on the east and the west. The Andes, the world's longest mountain range, runs through its length from north to south. South America has the world's largest river, the Amazon. So in South America, the world's largest river is found, that is Amazon, and also the longest mountain range, Andes, is also present in it. Next is Australia. Australia is the smallest continent that lies entirely in the southern hemisphere. It is surrounded on all sides by the oceans and seas. It is called the island continent. Australia is surrounded by all four sides from oceans, therefore, it is known as an island continent. Next is Antarctica. Antarctica completely in the southern hemisphere is a huge continent. The South Pole lies almost at the center of this continent as it is located in the South Polar region. It is permanently covered with thick ice sheet. There are no permanent human settlements. Many countries have research stations in Antarctica. India also has research station there. These are named as Maitri and Dakshin Gangotri. As, as we have two stations on Antarctica, two research stations which is known as Maitri and Dakshin Gangotri on Antarctica continent. There are no population in Antarctica as it is not a landmass basically. It is a huge ice which covered the large part of ocean. Next is hydrosphere.